was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved domestic breaking black man air they don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister.
No, don't tell me.
I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever.
I said no, don't tell me.
Cause you ain't do it once but you did it twice. Elections gone is you choose Barabbas in front of Christ. So if you notice your little daughter bringing home a grand, because Camilla sent she to a school inside the Bitam, and when she bring home the baby father, the man like more sex than Panday. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I have nothing to say. My personal comments I will reserve.
You got a government you deserve.
To complain to me now, boy, you got some nerve. You got a government you deserve. Try my best to put sense in black man head. The consequence I was not afraid. But when I see Keith and Daphne on TV, deep in my heart I felt betrayed. Cause I remember in 1998 I got chastised when I sing my song. But if I did like game, I would have take out she name and deceitfully win me crown. UNC corrupt like hell, but Satma Raj wouldn't say so. As black man open me mouth, he find that man in should go. To these negative response from the black man, I'm not surprised, because I've come to one conclusion: today black man is his own demise. He ain't wise. So don't tell me nothing about the EBC.
No, don't tell me.
Because I know some of you vote for UNC.
I said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me that they cancel the URP, and how you can't get work to maintain your family. So if you end up just like a criminal on the run, because all the promises that they make, they ain't keeping none, and civil servants can't get their back pay, plus yourself can't get a 10 days. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I wouldn't be amazed. My little knowledge now I must preserve.
You got a government.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Take plenty now.
And how are we doing this afternoon?
You deserve.
I hope everybody is doing fine. I am a little bit under the weather. By God's grace, I know I'll pull through, man.
It's from the public I get my lyrics. You just give
Pleasant good evening to the persons in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique.
strength and courage to slaughter them politicians.
In Jennifer Prime, Louis,
See us up
all the way out there in Carriacou.
and condone.
How is Carriacou doing today?
It's like giving me bread and a full glass of milk, then you turn around and kick it down. And they call businessmen.
To the persons over on my YouTube page, good evening to you guys.
But today,
How are we doing this afternoon?
good buddies
God's blessings to each and every one of you.
to put him back in power. If you ask Errol McLeod, he'll tell you that man was done a fork-tongue cobra. Yeah,
We are going to have conversations today, ladies and gentlemen.
Ronnie going through.
I'm going to make them vex.
Don't tell me.
I hear what the man can drink.
I'm about to touch some serious knobs today.
Don't tell me.
Because today I do business.
How the in-coach and deal.
I'm in full jab mood today.
Oh, they never give a conk for the shipload of rice they steal. But if you notice, Carlos have a brand new Beamer, and he deal delay the process till he come a minister. And you hear he got millions in cutback from the Miss Universe show as a gift. Please don't stop me and ask me to confirm, because I plead in the fifth. My little crocodile tried to preserve.
You got a government you deserve.
Ask Manning how much money he left reserve. You get a government
You deserve.
Yeah, today I'm feeling kind of teasic today. Miss yesterday, a little bit illness yesterday, but today, no matter how I feel, I'll go know what's on my mind.
I feel sorry for loyal citizens who get caught up in the lacquer. But a fish always rotten from the head. Is Robbie and Pam put him there? Now Pandey get the taste of power. He feel that he's indispensable. Since I sing about his wife, he hate me for life, so they introduce clause 7. I didn't believe Kaisonians could be bought easily.
That one kind of long, huh?
I would like to know what's
After this verse,
for Gypsy.
we're gonna cut this off.
In my humble opinion, his actions was rather slack.
I hope he don't say he bad lucky if a man end up riding he back down a track.
So don't tell me about going back to school and learn,
No, don't tell me.
when my future was never your
I
concern.
said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me nothing about being black conscious, when your behavior proved to me you're worse than Judas. So if the PNM end up winning the court session, and you land in jail for signing false declaration, and in the night a big strong prisoner making sure you enjoy your stay, don't bother to write me and tell me that try and contact Pandey, cause the motto now in jail is protect and serve.
You get a government you deserve.
To tell me you get raped but you got some nerve, you get a government you deserve.
Right, so we're going to leave this one right there. We are going to leave this one right there. Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start by saying during the process, you may hear me snuffling a bit yesterday. For some reason or the other, I got this headache and I was feeling really cold. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that eclipse in any way affected me, but it was really a kind of sight for me. First time I felt like that in a long time. But however, I want to say good evening again, and let's start the conversation for today. We're starting with a little bit of tragic news. We would have learned yesterday evening of a fatal incident that happened on the Marlene project site that's up there in Marlene, and let me put this out there very early. Guys, I saw it on Facebook, and I'm not mad at you guys, but I mean, I just don't think it is one that should be politically driven by saying, no, it's NDC and it's NDC, you know. To me, in my opinion, that is just what I saw. Some persons posted it, and I was like, nah, let's not go there, you understand me? But however, condolences to the friends and family of Mr. Fisher. I pray that you find comfort in the bosom of the Almighty, and it's only Him that could take you through such a period, ladies and gentlemen. So I pray God that at this stage, everything does happen for a reason, and I'm always of that belief. It is His time to be called home, and I believe when the Master calls you home, the only thing that you could say is, Master, here I am heeding your call. All right, I don't think we can say no, right, at any given time, but to just simply accept what would have happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the New National Party have been having a series of activities, a series of events, small meetings, distributions by certain candidates and parliamentary representatives, and it is a wonderful indication, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know how many of you all saw it on my Facebook page this morning, that the New National Party is alive and well. Let me just say that again. For those of you all who didn't hear in the back of the class, I am saying to you at this stage, the new National Party and a lot of the members, we're seeing Brother Bello, we saw Sister Clarice Modest, we saw Sister Emmeline Pear, we saw Sister Kate, we saw Brother Nimrod. So many of our present candidates and parliamentary representatives are doing so many little things. So many little things. Dr. Modest would have done some distributions recently. You're seeing the different series of block talks, right? That Sister Emmeline is having. And I can say to you that the party is alive and well, right? I could also extend that even myself and Brother Nilon Frank, we are presently in the process of developing the youth arm and making the youth arm of the new National Party more strengthened. Yes, and persons are reminding me that tonight, I'm getting there, that Sister Kate Lewis within our constituency, there will be a meeting there tonight at 6:30, along with the past Prime Minister and political leader, along with Brother Roland Bola, who is also going to be a featured speaker. Right? So the party is presently, ladies and gentlemen, and don't be perturbed at no point in time that nothing is happening within the party. Right? We are at this stage in full gear in terms of developing so many things. Right? Brother Franklin, one of this evening, he's going to join me on the program. I think on June 2nd, we are getting to at this stage that we're going to invite our young persons into Boucheju, and we're going to have a wonderful youth vibe event that we're in presently planning. So get yourself geared up for this, right? And then we have Sister Modest in St. Mark's. That would be, I think, on the 16th, based on the information that I have. And then we have Brother Oliver in St. David. So the party is alive and well. The party is alive and well. We recently saw that Dr. Mitchell, along with Sister Emmeline Pear, they would have went to St. Lucia and would have joined one of the political parties over there that was celebrating the 60th reign, right, or being in politics. And you see the elegance, you see class. You understand me? You saw the difference that we're used to seeing in recent years, right? What we have seen in recent months and so on, when persons are going to those events, is how we call it, dragabat. Anyhow, Lego beast. But you saw Dr. Mitchell, properly cladded in his wonderful suit. You understand me? His Sister Emmeline Pear dressed as a princess, you know, and that is the level of decorum that this political organization have exhibited through the years that they have been in office. Right? But however, we still have issues in the state to deal with. Ladies and gentlemen, my very first burning gripe issue today, and I'm not scared to talk about it because I find it utterly ridiculous that we accept here in Grenada now that persons are dumb to earth. He's dumb to earth or she's dumb to earth. And so we are accepting anything. Now, in recent weeks, I don't know how many persons send it on my messenger from because I was looking for it, but timing. I saw Brother Jonathan Lacrette promoting a beach fiesta within the Northwest constituency. Big promoter on the beach, vest, battle with wrong neck, and going on as it relates to a beach fiesta that will be happening. I want to believe it's on a constituency level. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we reach. An organization that have not implemented anything constructive. A minister of government who holds the position of Minister of Youth. His only best initiative thus far is to do a beach fest in the Northwest, within the Northwest constituency. Tobago, ladies and gentlemen, and I think I have it right here at my fingertip. Tobago, a program, and I don't know what happened since this Since this organization this administration took office, everything that we let go, other countries would have seen the benefits to it. So we commissioned that in good, we let him go, somebody take him. We had a lawyer in charge of the bar, in that of Brother Sylvester. If they find it no good, they let him go, somebody take him. They let go Sister Julie Dubois, she no good, she was awarded. And now the Empower program, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, is now being taken up by many Caribbean countries. An exemplary initiative by the past administration, in which this administration did not continue. We are seeing launches as recent as in Tobago when it comes to the Empower program, developing young men whom the society would have had as outcasts, offenders. And here in Grenada, we let go of that program. We let it go. And I have a clip here with Sister Kate speaking more on it.
Imagine this, a program that regional leaders have seen the benefits, that we will bring to our young men, empower the training, the skills opportunities, the entrepreneurship opportunities that our young men funding that program is no longer available for them. So, what do you think is the reason for such rising crimes, the gun violence amongst our young men? Because they are not engaged. When the Empower program was going on for years, we had it 2019 up to 2022 while we were in office. When you're walking through Granville, you're walking through Subi's Marquis Telescope, you were asking, wow, there were no large group of young men on the blocks. Because they were gainfully engaged and employed because of the Empower program.
So we hear, ladies and gentlemen, for those of us who heard, I know it was a little bit fainted. And this is Sister Kate describing for us the atmosphere within just the St. Andrews area. And I can speak as it relates to St. Mark's. I remember Brother Royden Bihari and Brother Richard Drakan being a part of the Empower program. And young men within this constituency whom I know definitely that have developed and been certified within this program. And instead of a government taking this initiative and run with it, taking that initiative and understanding that that was one of the issues that kept our young people afloat and conscientious, instead we see our Minister of Youth promoting Beach Fest, beach event, calling all the DJs name. I mean, are we going to accept this on the basis that, oh, this is an administration that is young and is down to earth? What is beneficial to young people if you do a beach fest? In the Grand Mall area, there is a lot of young people that are involved in fisheries, in the fishing industry. Why not come up with a nice initiative where you do a nice little thing where the catches can be sold? Maybe you do a nice little stall or stalls maybe in the park, Grand Mall Park, and you sell some of the items. What is beneficial, ladies and gentlemen, that you do a beach fest? Our Minister of Youth promoting that event by himself. I don't know how many of you all would have seen the video. By himself. He on some beach front and he a battle with wrong neck. During the election, ladies and gentlemen, these were the persons asking and promising you guys that with them being in office, youth development would take a turn. Well, they didn't tell us how he was going to take a turn, but he has taken a turn for the worst. It has taken a turn for the worst. Because at the end of the day, you can't say to me that within just 1 month or 2 months, shy of 2 years in office, no initiative for young people in Grenada by this administration. I cannot understand why you're saying to me, and that's another thing. They're saying to me that the past administration did nothing. The past administration had nothing planned and no development. But every time you see they post something on Facebook, at the end of the statement, what you see they writing, it was an initiative that started by the past administration. Ron Reddit fixing drain and road like rain within his constituency, and none of which, when he posts them, you could hear him say an initiative by his administration. So I cannot understand why there was nothing being done. But all the things that are being now posted is the continuation that was left by the past administration. So who lying? Every project, everything that is being done now, it is because even if it is 20, 30, 40%, it was initiated by the past administration. When you hear them talk, that is what they're saying. But at the end of the day, when they come back and you hear them speak, you hear them say to you, the past administration did nothing. The past administration did nothing at all. But every time you see the post, you hear them say, thanks to the initiative or the continuation by the past administration. So who lying for who? Who lying for who? Now let me jump real fast. Because I know me and this individual, we don't have bad shoulders. But I find you going on too much. Tessa Sincere, the reasons in which your party is not giving you positions is not because of the New National Party. Stop taking out your stress on the New National Party supporters and the parliamentary representative. Because at the end of the day, it seems like either your relevance is not of their class, or maybe you are not competent enough and your pay grade does not qualify to be a part of. Because all the qualification, as you say, you're a doctor, they just send a whole man to study. They don't give you a position. But every time Sister Kate posts something, you want to post and talk about all kind of things. Well, one of the posts is very long. I didn't want to read it. You understand me? She goes on to ask, did you know that the GCA was brought into fruition by the late Charlie Carpenter, not the former administration? It goes on to ask that the current administration reviewed and upgraded the design for the GCA to make it a modern facility. Now, if the current administration reviewed, what did they review? What did they review? If it was not there and endorsed by the past administration, what did they review? So, what, can you review nothing? What did it mean to review? Not to look at again? Not to see again? But your second question asks that the current administration reviewed and upgraded. So what was there initially? What was there initially? The next question, she says that the new GCA will have 3 stories and would be able to host 500 students. What is the relevance of that? She goes on that there would be labs and technician departments, including the auto mechanics and the new GCA. Now, even if you do it all kind of nice, same thing all you do with the bathroom and toilet program, you know. That's the same thing. Take out what was there, and I'll give it a nice name, and to all you is all you own. All what you're talking about is implementations of things. So if you improve, just like the housing project, if you all didn't open it because all you upgraded and put cabinets and closets, was it an initiative by you? Was it an initiative by the present administration? It goes on to say that the anticipated completion is 19 months from the start of this construction. What relevance does that have? That the GCA will be the envy of schools across the nation. Now, my question is, at the end of the day, she started by saying the GCA was brought into fruition by the late Charlie Carpenter, not the former administration. So who Carpenter could initiate the development of a building? Now, if you come and you come with an initiative or an idea, and you say to an individual or you say to the parliamentary rep, I think we could develop whatever and X, Y, and Z, and then she may say or he may say, well, you know, yes, we can, and let me use my, but where Carpenter getting this kind of weight? I am not saying that he didn't see it fit for its development. And that is no problem, because at this stage, Andy Williams made the whole accreditor know that all the things that he have done has never been his initiative. So it is no problem if a carpenter goes to the parliamentary representative or the government and says to them, we think that the upgrade or the development of the GCA is one that is needed. But however, it takes the administration that is in power to ensure that those things can be done and the finances can meet the development. So even if it wasn't an initiative, or the fruition, the word you use, by the past administration, at the end of the day, all the reviews that you made and the lab development that you're talking about, it means that there was something there. It means that there was something there. Hence the reason why you can review and you can upgrade. Because there was an initial something there. Because it wasn't something that you came up with or the administration came up with. You stated in the second paragraph, you say the current administration reviewed and upgraded. So it means that there was something there in which they had to review and had to upgrade. So was it the carpenter that did that? She goes on to say, as a youth advocate, I anticipate the employment opportunities this project will create for young people in the area. As an educator, I will well aware of the positive impact that this project will have on our students, teachers and communities and the country. As a resident of Paul's, I know the positive impact this project will have on the infrastructure in the area and the potential business opportunity. I am elated with the progress made by the current administration in getting the project completed. Tessa followed here as a child though. I cannot understand. You didn't initiate anything. You met something there to be done. Sister Sincere. You met something there to be done. You just putting yourself in places you don't have no right to be. And this is going to bite you in the butt. Tag off for me. Like my friend, my good friend. Because I cannot understand what that paragraph was for. To simply say that the past administration is not the persons who came up with the idea. That's what you're trying to tell people in that post? Seriously? Seriously? And you're an educator and you're this and you go on with you keep promoting yourself, Sister Sincere. And the people of your constituency on the last election rejected you greatly. You understand me? Since about 4:30, then people know they're not voting for you. Right? And they rejected you greatly. And so they thought it was best that Sister Kate takes the cake, which she did. Maybe our party didn't form the next administration, but she, a stalwart of a politician. We don't know you. Go on Google and type in Tessa Sincere. Go on, type in Tessa Sincere and see what comes up. Nothing. I mean, a set of people that just off the belief. They're of the belief that and they don't understand. They don't understand politics. Because they believe that the more you castigate and reject and push back, that is politics. That is politics to them. You understand me? The more they reject and the more opportunities they can get to ridicule Dr. Mitchell. Nothing no good. Nothing Dr. Mitchell do good. Nothing Dr. Mitchell did good. But at the end of the day, there is nothing that you could have initiated. Why? Like I said, in the area of St. Mark's, so many things. Clarissa do nothing in St. Mark's. When a project cannot be initiated, nothing can start in St. Mark's. And in many other constituencies, a past administration that left office, voted out of office, and at the end of the day, this administration can, all you see is continuum. All you see is continuum. Continue this, and the past administration did this. What have you initiated? Nothing to put your finger on after probation? Well, if there is an assessment to be made after the probation period of 2 years, how we grading this administration? How are we grading this administration? On what? Pension payment, doc salary, drones, fireworks. How are we doing it? Because there is nothing initiated. Nothing initiated, because at the end of the day, I mean, think of a politician. Think of a politician, a candidate for a particular political organization. And there is a soil turn or whatever, and we're speaking about a project in your area. And just for Papi show, because that don't making sense. It is not making sense. Because all they're doing is making confusion. You find that status make any sense at all? What I just read for you? You find somebody who is educated enough and wants to be a representative in terms of politics. That is a status to put on Facebook. How about a carpenter, the fruitation? Papi show. Waste of time. So Dr. Mitchell's administration is blamed again. Dr. Mitchell is the fault based on what the Today newspaper is saying. An ex-NMP government minister, Keith, is the blame for the breakdown in the police force. I'll tell you what, Dr. Mitchell, I know God is with you. God have to be with you. I don't feel if the devil was with you that at this stage you would have survived. I don't believe so. Everything still falls back on Dr. Mitchell. Still falls back on Dr. Mitchell. Kid Mitchell again. So the police force, after 2 years, almost 2 years of an administration being in office, the breakdown of the police force is because of Kid Mitchell. Tell me how probable is that? Dr. Mitchell took office. He had Brother Bido, in whom he would have selected. He had Brother James, in whom he selected. He had Brother Martin, in whom he selected. Persons in whom, when it comes to the reign of a commissioner of police in Grenada, those are names we could call. As every other human being, they were not perfect. But during their reign, we saw what leaders are expected to be, especially in the arena of security. At no point in time, with all that we would have faced, COVID-19, Hurricane Ivan, Hurricane Emily, the gang wars that took place, every time that this administration was in office, it took a month or two for the police force to mount persons to curb those issues. After Ivan, the looting that was taking place, Dr. Mitchell's administration being in office, he again come afloat, developed his team, asked for regional assistance, in which he got, and curbed the issue. The issue of gang violence that was taking place between Blood and Crips and G-Force and We-Force, he mounted the strike squad, with Raymond Matthew being in charge of that squad. There was a whole peace treaty that was signed. I think Brother Pastor Warmer, one of them, all of them was involved. Again, right? Issues surrounding the police force that you're hearing of now. How often do we hear of 2, 3 prisoners, 4 prisoners escaping custody, wanted for serious crimes? And Dr. Mitchell is the reason for the breakdown in the police force. I can recall, even as a police officer, at one time, I used to ask myself if Dr. Mitchell used to give only NDC supporters rank. And that is a fact. I remember in the election of 2008, just a month or two before that, a particular police officer would have obtained his rank under the New National Party. He lives in the River Road area. The night of the election, when the NDC won, he was wearing a yellow sheet and jersey around him, running through River Road after obtaining a rank under the New National Party. I could remember another one that was in immigration, removed from immigration. Things are wrong his head. His performance, Dr. Mitchell's administration still promoting. Allegations of the same Mr. Martin being an NDC and all his rank given by the past administration. Varney Cohen, with all the allegations around his name and all the says and the say, all his rank, the majority of his rank obtained under the past administration. So how Dr. Mitchell is the breakdown of the police force? Persons were given rank within the police force based on their performances. And many persons were within the police force. Sometimes when you have conversations in the barrack and other places, you could tell by that man is a NDC. That man support NDC. And we have him will talk in the barracks. And then when rank share, that man is a sergeant. That man is a corporal. How was that broken down? How was that broken down? Facilitations. I mean, if you want to talk about some of the buildings, which was at the end of the day, which is dilapidated, because some of the old buildings is buildings that have been there for years. But ever so often, you had little things to paint the station or clean the station. Always a cleaner in around the station. So I don't know how Dr. Mitchell is to be blamed for the breakdown in the police force after 2 years of not being in office. Everybody who presently sits on the fort in whom they take from holidays is persons that obtain their rank under the past administration, the Mr. Prince, the Mr. Mackenzie, or everybody. Ask them where 90% or 80% of their rank came. Under whose administration? You may say that it is because Dr. Mitchell's administration was in office for a very long time. But if he was there for a long time and he was thinking that, okay, there's NDC, so don't give them rank, well, they should not have been where they've been. He should have had them there all these years and they should have been still sergeant and inspectors. I cannot recall in no era at all, Dr. Mitchell demoted any police officer. Mr. Thompson, when they took office in 2013, was the acting commissioner of police. And when Dr. Mitchell wanted to give the opportunity to, I think, Mr. James, he then sent Mr. Thompson to the parliament office, or the parliamentary office. So he didn't send him home, he didn't demote him. He kept him there. And he gave him a work. Or you demote people. Or you promote who all you want. Based on friendship. And Dr. Mitchell is the reason for the breakdown in the police force. How is that probable? Well, all you may be telling that to people who don't know what's going on in the police force. Dr. Mitchell never micromanaged the police force. Dr. Mitchell gave the opportunity to the commissioners of police and the rank and file of the RGPF to control the RGPF. Never no time, you see. Only when sometimes we had a little meeting, they say, police officer, the prime minister want to speak to you guys. And then sometimes on a budget reading, you hear Dr. Mitchell say, well, he give the police something. Dr. Mitchell didn't micromanage the police force. You have a prime minister now come in and tell you who get charged. You feel there was internal affairs that was important to public scrutiny? But when it was dealt with within the police force, it was kept within the police force. Dr. Mitchell didn't come out and tell you all who get charged and what he could do from what he will do. But Dr. Mitchell is the reason for the breakdown in the police force. How could that be? A man sits at the helm of the RGPF. The majority of his rank earned under the past administration. All kind of allegation. All kind of allegation. All kind of voice note scandal. All kind of gun pulling. All kind of thing. And at every given time, Dr. Mitchell had the opportunity to pull the plug. He didn't. He didn't. Many young officers given the opportunity to train in and around the Caribbean region. Many times officers going and train, and by the time you look on news, you see that person was outstanding. When last you hear any one of the officers and what training, asking the police force, what training course anybody is on right now? How many courses have been offered? No, they break down training to 6 weeks. 6 weeks in the police force, I was still crying to go back home. The civilian in me didn't break out yet. But now you're training police for 6 weeks. And Dr. Mitchell is the reason for the breakdown. Dr. Mitchell is the reason for the breakdown. You demoted more than 6 to 7 officers, young officers. Young officers. On the basis of one of them being the husband of a parliamentary representative. And you promote the other one, Judas's. So how do you say that this man would have broken down the police force? How you do? How you come up with that? How you assess that? How did you assess that? Because at the end of the day, you can bring nothing on the floor. You just said to the whole nation that we are a commissioner of police, and because you're not feeling well, we leave it to him. We let him go. Go and rest. A month no pass good yet, and you hear he's the commissioner of police in another Caribbean island. So, where the problem is? Brother Ron read it. And let me just read that person's status because I like it. Remember, NDC used to complain about the NNP ministers. Now we are paying these NDC ministers and parliamentary representatives triple what NNP ministers and parliamentary reps got. For $24,000 monthly, we need to see more than a simple drain completion. This NDC bunch is a void of ideas. Let the dons run, stay in school and pay attention. His first lesson should be how to solve a constituency. And he posted on his page, work completed on the first Mardi Gras storm drain specific to our flood mitigation project. You can't again say that something wrong with Ron. Because we have not seen it for ourselves. The political leader and administration of the National Democratic Congress, they see it too. They saw it too. So I cannot understand why it is that persons whose irrelevance continue to be shown. Irrelevance, I call it. Because Rondo Okinoe, Tessa does get a little hold on, like a travel, when they're ready and they remember how they give a little blind. And these are the people that every time you go on the page, they posting something. They have something to say. They want to say something. Right? They want to say something. Ladies and gentlemen, I was given a clip last week. I wouldn't play it for you guys. But if anybody wants it, I can share it. And last week I was telling you about principles. And it was brought to my attention. A video. It was a status actually. Where an individual is doing a selfie video. He's doing a video. Song is playing, he's singing. On our dear minister, parliamentary representative from the St. John's area, were part of that video. Now I can't play the video because there is obscene in the video and I don't want that to be part of my program. But I always speak, ladies and gentlemen, and you would hear me say that, of the moral standards of individual. I know some of you go on me play it, and I'm tempted to play it. But I want it to be said that if this administration does not check on their moral standard fast enough, they're going to fall harder than the 2008 National Democratic Congress. I still believe that there were some morals and principles of the past administration of the NDC than what I'm seeing now. Tell you the individual, I don't know. I tell you, he has obscene in it, so I really don't wanna play it because of the obscenities that are in it. Right? But it needs to be checked. It really needs to be checked. The moral behavior, the moral standards of this administration is frightening. The moral standard is decaying. And as I say, I wouldn't post it. Somebody's asking me for it. And maybe when you hear it, I wouldn't share it in the manner in which you guys want me to. But I got it last week. Hoping that it is here. Trying to get it to give all you a little listen. But as I say, it's have a lapse in it. Right? But let me see. And listen carefully of the words used. Listen carefully as it relates to the words used. And I'm wondering if I should play it. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, the voice you heard in the back with the obscene that you just heard, some people are saying play it, some people are saying don't play it. I just sent it to one person and I think that they're going to share their opinion on it. But ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand this. We have been accepting too many mediocrity behavior from this administration on the basis that, they're a young team and they're a young politician. Persons are saying that they're not hearing clearly. But we need to first and foremost understand that those are persons that are kids or children. At the end of the day, may need to emulate, we need to follow, we need to look at. So there are some morals that must be brought up or displayed, for want of a better word. Experienced, just for experience sake, I showed my son the picture with the Prime Minister standing close to the marijuana. He's informed too. So I said, what do you think about that picture? And you know what was his response? Daddy and some people not supposed to be taking a picture with marijuana. That was his response. And persons are not supposed to be taking out pictures with marijuana. And that alone, ladies and gentlemen, that alone, 14 years old, that alone must bring you to the state of mind that there are young people who's educated enough at this stage to understand the do's and don'ts of the state. And when you have ministers of government displaying those things publicly, saying things and doing things because they believe I have the power to do it. What are you going to do me? As the minister, as the parliamentary rep, you can't do me nothing. Prince could just sit on the program and talk. But just to heed a word of advice, this reign is for one term only. 5 years. And mind you, that 5 years, unless the heavens does not open, is going to come. That 5 years will come. And when it comes, Prince could not have done anything. But the electorate, and ask members of the New National Party of their feelings last election, when some persons believe that they were too high and mighty to serve the people of Grenada as past administration or in the past administration. And when they woke up on the 23rd, the rude awakening was that the time of reign and exaltation has ended. So, all the moral standards that are being dragged and principles and the loose behavior, they're going to come a time, ladies and gentlemen, when persons are going to say to you, as they said to Dr. Mitchell, as they said to Tillman Thomas and others, I don't want you inside there anymore. So if all you don't check on yourself fast enough, even if the New National Party just get a mere 9 persons to contest the general election, all you might do is the election. Believe you me when I tell you people, these persons within this administration, this power has gone to their heads. Many of them, the power has gone to their head. People, there is nothing wrong in a celebrity, somebody out there recreating. But what you do is how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You need to keep your standard and morals intact. I am not perfect, but I've seen many persons who rode on the bandwagon of being high and mighty fall within an instant. I think many of the politicians that are not in office now, they have been there for a lengthy period of time and they would have built themselves. So hence the reason why we have not seen many of them gone down the drain. But in many countries around the world, you've seen prime ministers and politicians being locked up after governance, being told that they can't run nowhere again, charges mounted against their names. All because at the time when you had power, you believed to yourself that you'd have never lost it. And then when it is lost, you realize to yourself, it doesn't make sense. It is morally incorrect. It is morally incorrect, people. Let people say, I'm playing thing, or she playing thing, or he playing thing. But there is a standard that you must keep. Understand the office in which you hold. You can't say to me that somebody is doing a video. There's a status. Anybody, all the friends would see. All the friends are not NDC supporters. But it was posted. Now being made viral. Doing a video. You gotta be careful. And Che, don't worry, I'll send you the video. Because I need you to see that. You have to have some standard, ladies and gentlemen. Some standard needs to be shown. Somebody saying, Prince, ask who were the owners of Excellent Farmers Grenada. Well, boy, if you know, tell me. If you know who was the owners, then tell me. Farmers, marketing board conversation. I don't want to be repetitive about those things. Every time I come on the program, I try to bring something new. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand this. You need to understand what is morally correct. What we can accept, what we cannot accept. And we, as a people, can continue to accept mediocrity behavior. Because a person is in charge, or a person has whatever power. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's session. We will be back here tomorrow, God's willing. To the persons in the Tivoli area, you can join Sister Kate and our political leader and Brother Roland Bola out there in Tivoli. You can go and be a part of the conversation. Go take a listen. It is mere information that is being disseminated. Mere information. The opportunity in every one of those sessions, you can ask questions. Pose a question, ask something. Questions will be answered. Right? So we're imploring to many of you guys to go out there and be a part of this. Alright? On Sunday, April 14th, Sweat Nation, Budge Grove comes alive. Alright, football competition, 7-a-side competition officially opens in Budge Grove on Sunday. So go be a part of this one. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as per usual, it is a pleasure to be here with you guys. It's a pleasure to have sat here with you guys and give you information that is most relevant to the conversations. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. God's blessings to each and every one of you. And we would see again tomorrow. My name is Royalty James. I am signing out for another evening. All right.
Ding, 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 line. I was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give his speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved domestic breaking black man air they don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister.
No, don't tell me.
I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever.
I said no, don't tell me.
Cause you ain't do it once but you did it twice. Elections gone, is you choose Barabbas in front of Christ. So if you notice your little daughter bringing home a grand, because Camilla sent she to a school inside the Bitam, and when she bring home the baby father, the man like more sex than Panday. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I have nothing to say. My personal comments I will reserve.
You got a government you deserve.
To complain to me now, boy, you got some nerve. You got a government you deserve. Try my best best to put sense in black man head. The consequence I was not afraid. But when I see Keith and Daphne on TV, deep in my heart I felt betrayed. Cause I remember in 1998, I got chastised when I sing my song. But if I did like game, I woulda take out she name and deceitfully win me crown. UNC corrupt like hell, but Sat Maharaj wouldn't say so. As black man open me mouth, he find that man in should go. To these negative response from the black man, I'm not surprised, because I've come to one conclusion: today black man is his own demise. Be wise. So don't tell me nothing about the EBC.
No, don't tell me.
Because I know some of you vote for UNC.
I said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me that they cancel the URP. And how you can't get work to maintain your family. So if you end up just like a criminal on the run, because all the promises that they make, they ain't keeping none. And civil servants can't get a back pay, plus you self can't get a 10 days. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I wouldn't be amazed. My little knowledge now I must preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
To protest government now it take plenty nerve. You get a government you deserve. From the public I get my lyrics. You just give me inspiration. You just give me the strength and courage to slaughter them politicians. But when I see you supporting Pandey and condoning all that is wrong, it's like giving me bread and a full glass of milk, then you turn wrong and kick it down. Pandey call businessmen parasitic oligarchies. But today Jack Warner and do praise the good buddies. What excuse you could have to put him back in power? If you ask Errol McLeod, he'll tell you that man was done a fork-tongue cobra. Yes sir. Don't tell me Caroni going through hell.
No, don't tell me.
I hear what the man can drink, he planning to sell.
I said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me nothing about the Incogen deal, and how they never give a count for the shipload of rice they steal. But if you notice, Carlos have a brand new Beamer, and he delayed the process till he come a minister. And you hear he got millions in cutback from the Miss Universe show as a gift. Please don't stop me and ask me to confirm, because I plead in the fifth. My little crocodile tried to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
Ask Manning how much money he left reserve. You get a government
You deserve.
Good. Olives. Sugar.
Thank you. I feel sorry for loyal citizens who get caught up in the lacquer. But a fish always rotten from the head. Is Robbie and Pam put him there? Now Pandey get the taste of power. He feel that he's indispensable. Since I sing about his wife, he hate me for life, so they introduced clause 7. I didn't believe Kaisonians could be bought easily. I would like to know what's the price they pay for Gypsy. In my humble opinion, his actions was rather slack. I hope he don't say he bad lucky if a man end up riding him back down a track. So don't tell me about going back to school and learn.
No, don't tell me.
When my future was never your
I
concern.
said no, don't tell me.
Don't tell me nothing about being black conscious. When your behavior proved to me you was done Judas. So if the PNM end up winning the court session, and you land in jail for signing false declaration, and in the night a big strong prisoner making sure you enjoy your stay, don't bother to write me and tell me that try and contraband it, cause the motto now in jail is protect and serve.
You get a government you deserve.
So tell me you get raped but you got some nerve. You get a government
You deserve.
Sugar. Hello.
I'm appealing to Mr. John Public. Please don't approach me at all. You have a way when government jam you. Is in my ear you want to ball. You had a chance to change wrong the system with your finger of democracy. And they promise your harm, but he go get your man for the next 5 years. Wait and see. I'll agree with you if you say the EBC cheat. But no voter pardon scam could give UNC 19 seat. Even though there was corruption, the margin was very small. If you people they do the right thing, Assam couldn't beat Eddie Hard at all. Not at all. Don't tell me 64 billion they steal.
No, don't tell me.
I don't want to hear about the airport deal.
No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me Dan Raj was a fugitive, and how he took 5 million when he went to New York to live. But if for carnival you see quite on in the country, and he playing mass with Omar and Helen Humphrey, and you see quite on hugging up Yetming while pointing at the treasury. Don't tell me he's showing him where to thief, cause that doesn't interest me. My little money I'll try to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
So till you have regrets now, boy, you got some nerve. You get a government
You deserve.
What is it? One more. Hello.
My friends make jokes, say Pandey looking for you, but the humor I can't afford, cause I believe rebellion to a tyrant is truly obedience to God. So when you hear I disperse my venom, it's for me they just want to kill. But I am firm as a wall, they can't stop me at all, cause I'm doing the master's will. I believe was God and it wasn't Pandey who say, nobody are watching. When you go to vote, put your X by the ballys, eh? But like in the days of old, my people didn't take heed. And because now of disobedience, they eat the bread that the devil need. Because of greed. Don't tell me your roads get bigger pothole.
No, don't tell me.
When they run quick and pave, you felt your strike goal.
No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me about the crime rate in the country. Now that we have a drunkard in charge of security. But if one day you see people running for cover, and you hear Parliament was hijacked by Abubakar, and they say Ramdi I'll sign the paper to make Jack Warner Prime Minister, please don't stop me at no time to explain. Try and convince Abubakar. My little energy I'll try to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
To call back to you don't know, but you got some nerve. You get a government
You deserve.
What? Put your hands together for Sugar Hollows. Way.